intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Goes by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Goes by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Goes by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Goes by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
A pleasant good afternoon and welcome inside legendary Adelard Arena here in the campus of Mount St. Charles Academy. That's another edition of Rhode Island High School Hockey as the Mount St. Charles Mounties take on the Burrillville Broncos. Mount trying to rebound after a bump in the road against the Bishop Hendricken Hawks the other night here at Adelard. Burrillville Broncos are steamrolling to start the season, including a knockout punch to the Smithfield Sentinels, who have dropped 2 early in the season. And the Broncos are looking to try to continue what has been a great start for them. They're going to go with the 6 of Patrick Murphy, along with the 10 of Ryan Frenette. Jack Farrell will also be up there on the front line, along with the 9 of Cam Potter. And the other starting defensive pair is Cole LaPrade. They'll go with the number 1, Michael Fiod, in net. And the class of 2024, gentlemen, has been quite a sensation in net this year so far for the Broncos. Had some shoes to fill, and he has done so very well. For Mount, Colton Lawrence will start up on the front line as he goes with the 10 of Antonio Lombari. Lombari against St. John's had a pretty nifty goal. Unfortunately for Mount, the only goal that was scored in that game. Kyle Smolin rounds out the front line for the Mounties tonight as they go with Connor Souza on defense. And then Luke Smolin on the opposite side for defense. And it will be the 29 of Connor Murray back in net tonight for Mount. We will pause as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. All the particulars in place, and we are set and ready to go for first period action here on Fans Only Sports Network. Tonight's first period is brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports, including ACHA club hockey teams. Visit rreliterecruits.com and be seen by the best college coaches in the country. 3 15-minute periods. We will have the brief about 2-minute intermission in between the first and second period. We'll get the longer intermission between the second and third as they, in hockey terminology, cut the ice, which is run the Zamboni over top of it, dump a whole lot of water, and resurface it before we play the third period of action. Burrillville in the all blue with the white trim. Mount in the traditional home white with the red and blue trim. As it will be the 10 of Ryan Fournette. To the circle against the 10 of Antonio Lombardi. Face-off is won by the Broncos and quickly all the way down on Murray in a stoppage of play right away, just 6 seconds into the game. As Murray just froze that one. I'll go back to the dot to the left, to the right side, left of our broadcast position. The face-off that's won by Lombardi as it kicks around off the side boards. Moved along from Smolin to the 12 of Colton Lawrence. Lawrence around the backside boards. Picked up by Lombardi. Lombardi fishes one right out in front. He was trying to go for Smolin. Bounces right back in front for Lombardi. And then Lawrence, and that one gets kicked aside by Fayad. Mount trying to make a quick start here against an upstart Broncos side as this one ping-pongs back into the neutral zone. Kicked by Lombardi back into the defensive zone. Goes the Mounties as they will change lines. Burrillville changed lines too as well as this one dumps in. 22 is Nick Carey as he sends that one all the way down, and icing is called. We'll get a stoppage of play. There's 1 minute in. And they'll bring this one down in front of Michael Fayad. Number 1 starter in the opening game of the season and has been it since. Every game at least that we have seen this year, Fayad's been the man in net. And this one gets off of the stick of Murray, cycles all the way back, punched into the offensive zone. Logan Lefebvre tried to carry that one forward for Bryce Baxter, and it comes back the other way. Save made by Murray, as all alone in the offensive zone was the 3 of Stevie Rodriguez. 25 is Tyler Carroll, as he sends that one up in the neutral zone. Popped back for Carroll as it came defensively off of the 10 of Purdette. Dumped down. Mount will change lines once more for a mixture of the starting line, as that one is going to go for icing and a stoppage of play. One game on the schedule tomorrow. LaSalle Academy Rams taking on St. John's Prep Eagles. We'll have that game for you at 5 p.m. Eastern Time right here on Fans Only Sports Network, and then a slate of games on Friday to close out regular season proceedings for 2022. Of course, the holiday tournaments to come in the following week before we rejoin the regular season after the New Year's. And we hope that everyone will have a happy, safe, and healthy holiday season. Please be safe in the coming days with the weather expected to come. Colton Lawrence tried to flip that one out for Smolin. Went back to Carroll instead, right in front, got through! Colton Lawrence crashing the net, may have gotten his stick on it. And it tapped over for Harrison Dumas. And Dumas has the final deflection and his first high school career goal. And he gets the honor of taking the face-off now, too, right after that one. 1-0 Mounties. Just about 2.5 into the first period of this game. And this looks like a very different Mount team than we've seen the past couple of games. This is a charged Mount side, pressuring a lot more, pushing the puck through the center zone, pushing it through the front. A lot of action in front of the net. Only 2 shots on goal, but 1 counting. As they spin off here, and Murray's going to snag that one out of midair as it came off the stick of Nick Carey. Harrison Dumas from Colton Lawrence for his first career high school goal. Smolin, Lombari, off of him to the opposite, number 10, and Murray dives away as Fournette sent that one in on the lot of action for still having 11:45 left to play in this period. Murray's going to snag that one again, as on the draw play, LaPrade sent one for the blue line. Fournette versus Lombardi seems to be the face-off matchup on this line, as we've seen them go toe-to-toe 4 times now. This one's going to kick off of the backside boards, sent all the way down. Lawrence had that one back for the 7 of Will Link. Bouncing puck picked up by Murphy. Murphy had to hold it. And they delayed offside, would have been called. They were able to exit the zone, track back carry to the blue line, and a hard shot there from Minjo, as that one rung off of Murray's pads. Cycled back for Murphy. That one blocked in traffic. Smolin got in front of Stevie Rodriguez. Smolin takes that one down, dumps it around. Horseshoe up for Carroll. Colliding and taking that one away is Sean Farrell. But it gets as far as Lefebvre at center ice. Lefebvre back for Carroll. Switch side play for Buchanan. Buchanan will dump that one in. The 15 of an 8 in Joe. Taken over back in the zone, and that one turned defense to offense there as Nate Murray for Mount had it. Carroll through traffic. It hits the glove of the 15 of Joe, and will be sent all the way down. Icing is called. We'll get a face-off down to the right side, and Joe shaking his hand and flexing as he came off of the ice, as that one went right off of his hand on the shot. 10 up, 5 in to this first period, and the Mounties already on the board on the goal from Harrison Dumas. Lombari, hard shot. That one bounced right back. Lawrence's second attempt. And Mount peppering the net in front of Fayad. Lombari on the sideboards pushes that one back as he gets to Luke Smolin. Luke Smolin will send that one forward. It will skate all the way down, and Fayad will just stamp on it and get the stoppage of play. Allows both sides to change lines. Face-off won by the Broncos, as this one's carried out. Sean Farrell. Farrell fired one, and Murray makes the save. Bounced down in front of Murray, kicked around on the backside boards. This one's going to be pushed back into the zone. Offside is waved, but beating them to it on the foot race was Nick Buchanan, as that one came across off of the 21 of Dean Perillo. Out of the zone, Farrell pushed up. High stick. And that will bring the face-off down to the Burrillville blue line side. Stevie Rodriguez trying to have a little chat with the referee, but well played, well called. Dangerous position. Lefebvre against Rodriguez. Lefebvre won the face-off, kicks that one back for Carroll. Carroll switches sides, came back for Lefebvre again. Couldn't get space. Rodriguez defensively. This one's going to go all the way down. Icing called. And I'm not sure if he was yelling at one of the Burrillville coaches or if he was yelling at someone in the stands. But the linesman just gave a warning to someone up in, it's to someone up in the stands. And then just had a chat with the Burrillville coach about it. In the corner for the 11 of LaPrade. Puck bounced up in front. Rodriguez couldn't control it. Colton Lawrence comes away with it. Connor Souza. Lombari as he goes toe-to-toe in the corner with Cam Potter. Potter trying to push it back up the net. Lawrence is taken away again. Lawrence loses an edge. Backhanded attempt. Gets that one through for Lombari. Lombari gets stick-checked by Potter. Cam Potter all over that play defensively. It was a little bit of a mistake from Potter that led to Mount almost having an offensive possession. As the puck ping-ponged around, Potter tried to clean up his mess as best as he could. They got it to go down the ice enough that Burrillville was able to make a line change. As the puck now bounces around through the neutral zone, picking that one up is Farrell. That's Sean Farrell as he cycles that one across. And 15 is Nathan Joe. He's back on the ice, so good to see that. As he came off shaking his hand a little bit after he took a puck right to it. A couple of shifts ago, wide open on the back side was Burnett as Murray got drawn for a moment. But it was past him and couldn't be redirected. Shot in front that is kicked aside by Murray. Lefebvre will exit the zone. Got that one forward for Declan Moran. Moran pushes it all the way down. It's chased by Nate Murray into the corner. Murray against Joe. Down there too is the 10 of Fournette. There is a second Mount player in the corner. And we can't see it. It's actually the 5 of Bryce Baxter. And good job by Baxter. He was able to get that puck free. Cycled all the way back. Mount used the opportunity to reset. Buchanan was able to push that one all the way down. Big hit on the back boards. Came from Braden Slack. And Slack just leveled Rodriguez in a good non-call from the referees. Tyler Carroll for Harrison Dumas. Down for Slack in the corner. Slack is going to hold this one, or at least try to. Unfortunately, he's dispossessed by Rodriguez and Potter. Cam Potter has been defensively strong for the Burrillville Broncos so far here in this first period. Carroll tries to keep this one in the zone. He does. Carroll, slap pass, snagged by Fayad. And we get a stoppage of play. 6 left to go in the first. Today's first period on Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information. And by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of rreliterecruits.com. Shot in front, errant whistle from the referee. Too close in. Yeah, that's good. Pretty good. And a face-off that slides right back out in front. That one's sliding in front. Lombari right there as he's looking for Lawrence. Colton Lawrence is going to get this one as it pops back up over top of the stick of Connor Souza. Will come all the way back for icing. I think it's because it was like the players like back on the blue line side were going to be cut out of the shot a little bit. So it's like when they're, you want to be able to see all 10 players on the ice. Kind of thing. Yeah, all good. All good. We're like super specific about the shots we look for sometimes. Faceoff that's won by the Broncos. Pushed back in the corner. Potter tries to send that one around. And looking on the opposite side for Leprod. Leprod pushes that one up through the neutral zone. And it'll be tapped by Nick Carey. Carey ran into a couple of different Mounties players as a defensive dispossession occurs. Though this one's going to get picked back up. Right on the blue line was Leprod. Here's a chance for Dumas. Dumas on a one-on-one breakaway. Dumas got his stick pulled up by Leprod craftfully, as it was not a slash or a hooking penalty that could be called. Grabbing and dropping one as Carroll, as he went up the ladder to snatch that one down, will be dumped in. Mount will go for a line change. 4 and change left to go here in the first period. Is one from the corner is snagged by Fayad. That was Tyler Carroll that got that one. And we get a stoppage of play with 4:33. He just tuned in. Harrison Dumas, first high school goal early in the first period off of Colton Lawrence is the 1-0 lead for the Mounties. We talked about it from the beginning. Mount looking to try to rebound after some bumps in the road to start the season. Burrillville seemed to be steaming along, especially after a victory against Smithfield over the weekend, and this is going to be a gut check game for both sides. Burrillville, of course, went to the quarterfinals last year in the state playoffs before an epic loss to Moses Brown in overtime in Game 3 at Burrillville. One of the classic games that we've seen in Rhode Island high school hockey, and they're trying to see if they can repeat that season plus 2 better, which would be a state championship. Mount, of course, the legacy. Can they write a new one? Can they begin to write a new chapter into such a storied program? 32 state championships in history, plenty of them in the past few years even as well. As this one is moved around by Smolin, trying to get out of the zone to the opposite side for Smolin. That is Kyle Smolin to Luke Smolin. As that one got picked up from the corner, and a hard shot from Fournette. That was kicked aside by Murray. Off of the backside boards, Fournette. Over top of Lombari, we got that one to Connor Souza. Souza on the back line as Kyle Smolin pushes that one for Luke Smolin. Souza, Luke Smolin, forward for Lawrence. Lombari will take that one along the sideboards. Souza from Lawrence. Smolin, and it got caught underneath the body of Nick Carey, right in front, and Kyle Smolin trying to whack it one as it went underneath his stick, flying through the zone. Mount controlled possession here in the last minute or so inside of the Burrillville zone. Now this one is picked up by Rodriguez. Rodriguez tried to slide that one for Ethan Murphy off the backside of some boots. Connor Souza involved at Smolin. Fires that one. Lawrence looking for a redirect on the other side. Lefebvre came in. Hit off of his stick. Comes back with Rodriguez. Rodriguez gets stood up by Nick Buchanan. And the Mounties will cycle this one around the backside boards. Carroll through the neutral zone. Offsides would have been called. That one's delayed. And it's cleared out by Carroll as it came off of Rodriguez. Lefebvre on sides for Mount. Tap back play, firing one, and a save made by Fayad. Rifle shot from the 5 of Bryce Baxter. Burrillville's going to make a quick line change here with 91 seconds left to go in the first period. Lefebvre off of Fayad. Carroll trying to send that one through traffic. Baxter off of the edge of the glove of Fayad. Came back for Lefebvre over top of Carroll's stick. Carroll's going to chase this one. He'll win the foot race against Perillo. Gets that one a cycle across. Good tap by Baxter for Lefebvre. Lefebvre push, trip down. No call for the referees as he slides into the backboards. Last minute of play here in the first period of action as it gets cycled around for Buchanan on the opposite side. Buchanan dumps it down. Mount does a dump and chase as they go for a line change with 45 seconds left to go, putting the top line out right now with the second line defensive pairing pinned on the boards right in front of the Mount bench doors, split benches here at Adelard, old school style barn, though we're starting to see that split bench style coming back in a few of the newer ice rinks that have been built in the past few years. So retro seems to be in rink design as this one's going to go down in a stoppage of play. 20 seconds left to go. We'll get a short intermission after these 20 seconds elapse, and then we'll have the longer ice resurface intermission in between the second and third periods. Mount sitting 1-0 on the Harrison Dumas goal. Off of the skates of the 10 of Frenette, down behind the net, Murray holds it, flicked up and all the way down. No icing will be called as this one floats along, and it will be held by the 9 of Cam Potter, and we will reach the end of the first period of play. Harrison Dumas, his first career high school goal, stands as the mark. It's Mounties 1, Broncos nothing after 1. You're watching Rhode Island High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Just by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
As we welcome you back to Adelard Arena, Harrison Dumas' goal stands as the lone tally in the first period of play, as the Mounties lead this game 1-0 after 1, and we're ready to start the second period of action. Puck dropped and we're underway. Today's game on Fans Only Sports Network, brought to you by Joseph Lamy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlamy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RR Elite Recruits. Colton Lawrence straight down the boards near side to our broadcast position for the Mounties as he fired one on Fayad, which was saved Almost thought for a second that Lawrence was going to make me have a New Jersey Devils moment. Happened in a game earlier this season. Devils broadcaster trying to do the sponsor reads, and they scored a goal right in the middle of him doing a sponsor read. Off the side boards, this one will go all the way down for the 9 of Potter to pick that one up. Cam Potter as he goes forward for Stevie Rodriguez. Rodriguez slots that one across for Ryan Stone. Stone fires and a kick saved by Murray. Picked up along the backside boards, trying to cycle it out of the way was the 2 of Dumas, and instead this one's going to come all the way down. Icing is called. Stoppage of play. Just 1 minute in to this second period. We'll get the longer intermission after this period, so we'll take about a 10-minute commercial break as they'll resurface the ice before we play the third period of action. 3 15-minute periods in high school hockey if you're new and unfamiliar. If the game is tied at the end of the 3 periods, they do play a 5-minute overtime as that one gets snagged out of the air by Murray. One game on the Fans Only Sports Network docket tomorrow is the LaSalle Rams will be in action against St. John's Prep from Danvers, Massachusetts. We'll have that game for you 5 p.m. Eastern Time from Smithfield Municipal Ice Rink on fansonlysports.com. Of course, always follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever social media you might have at FOSPORTZ. And if you are looking for all things hockey related, behind the scenes, highlight reels, power rankings, etc., follow us on Instagram at ri.hockey. That's ri.hockey on Instagram, powered by Fans Only Sports Network. For the 10 of Lombardi to work with the 12 of Colton Lawrence. As it kicks up and is carried all the way down, chasing it will be Buchanan defensively for the Mounties. Burrillville is going to try to line change here. 12:52 left to go in the second period. Buchanan trying to go coast to coast, drops one inside, and coming through was Max Rusov. Couldn't get a full piece of that one to put it on net as the Burrillville defense collapsed in hard. Rodriguez loses an edge and goes down. Dumas will pick that one up off of the glass, looking for Rusov, kept in by Potter instead. Back in the corner once again for Murphy. Murphy gets pinned to the boards. Potter off of the bottom of the boots of Rodriguez. And this one will get kicked all the way down. No question there is icing. It evades everyone's touch. And will go down inside of the Mount zone. Face off with 12:14 remaining. Around the backside boards, Luke Smolin, Logan Lefebvre. Lefebvre tried to slot that one across a little bit behind him. Was the 5 of Baxter. Lefebvre went down. And we have played a period plus and yet to have a penalty called in this game. So both sides playing disciplined tactical hockey today. See, of course, how long that one lasts. Lefebvre went for the draw, and it went to the opposite side. Smolin a little off edge as that one gets kicked back around, and it comes to the 3 of Connor Souza. Souza will wrap around the back side. Smolin trying to push this one out. Murray. And all the way down, icing called once again. Referee deciding to take his time before he dropped that one. And he finally does, and we're back underway. 11 and a half left to go here in the second. Lawrence Spyod makes the save. For the 10 in blue of Frenette, one-on-one opportunity and stoning Jack Farrell, and then it comes back and it's in for a goal. Murray stoned Farrell, and it popped off the backside boards for Patrick Murphy, and Murphy hits it, and we're honors even at 1. So Murphy, the goal by Farrell from the assist. And it's 1-1. Hit on the boards there between the 3 of Souza and the 4 of Murphy. As this puck cycles around, pushed out of the zone by Rusov. Souza. That's shepherded by Murphy. Got it into the center ice area for the 14 of Rusov. Rusov tried to push that one forward. Was looking for Braden Slack. Hit some traffic in dark blue of Broncos defenders along the line. LaPrade, as he tries to carry this one out of the zone, sent it up forward for Patrick Murphy. Murphy just scored the tying goal. As it's back in the corner now for Potter. Potter cycles that one around. Colton Lawrence. Lawrence looking for Lombari up in front. Came back again. Right in front was an opportunity there for the 9 of Kyle Smolin. Kept in the line. Yes, no. Interference getting called. And this is going to go against Lawrence crossing the crease. So Colton Lawrence is going to get called 2 minutes for goaltender interference as he collided with Michael Fayad crossing the crease. Net off of its moorings as well in the process. And that net is not aligned properly. You can see the edge of the spike peg. Now he's got it. And we'll play on. 9 and change left to go here in the second period. Our first penalty of the game, first power play of the game. The Broncos are on for 2 minutes. Rodriguez. Jack Farrell. Rodriguez again. Jack Farrell from center. That one hit off of the boards, came right back out in front for Sean Farrell. And could be kicked away by Murray. Potter. Out of the corner for Murphy. And this one will be swept out of the zone smartly by Souza. All the way down, Fayad corrals it as he goes for Jack Farrell. Carried through the neutral zone by Farrell. Farrell pushed to the corner by Slack. Farrell tries to go for the wraparound. Murray shut the door, and then Murray tried to grab it as it's taken away by the 24 of Sean Farrell. And Murray going left, right, and center and stretching out. As able to save that one. Kick save by Murray without his stick. And they finally kick it out of the zone as Harrison Dumas clearing space there. Whistle, stoppage of play, offside is called. 8:32 remaining officially in the period. 45 seconds to go on the advantage. On the Colton Lawrence penalty for goaltender interference. So faceoff comes just outside of the blue line. deflected off of the side boards. It's pushed all the way down by Luke Smolin. Broncos will start out of the back side of their zone. LaPrade brings that one forward offside again. As going a little too fast was the 18 of Patrick Pawson. .27 seconds remaining in the advantage. Jack Farrell. Murphy. All the way down. Fayad behind the net. For Farrell, once again, Farrell bothered there on the back side by the 9 of Kyle Smolin, and a whistle at a stoppage of play as Murray makes the save as Murphy was trying to look for his second of the game. .6 seconds remaining on the advantage. Smolin on his own. Expired off the final 6 seconds. As Lawrence is out of the box, we're back to five-a-side hockey. This one might end up, no, they're going to say no. It's going to die anyway before the line. So as Luke Smolin chased that one back, no icing called. This one's going to go for icing, and we'll get the stoppage of play. Halfway through the second period, halfway through the game, 1-1 on either side. One in the first period for the Mounties. Harrison Dumas picking up his first career high school goal. Patrick Murphy tied it early here in the second. And we stand with a decisive goal still to come, or not, and we end up with a tie by the end of all this. Lefebvre's going to get kicked out of the circle. Nate Murray's going to have to go in to take that faceoff. That's going to get kicked up off of a stick into the netting. Behind, we'll get a stoppage of play. Do it again. Quick faceoff for the referees as they try to work that one along. Comes back instead for the 9 of Potter. Potter tried to fish one through traffic, and it didn't work. Getting a dump down back into the zone. Murphy on the backside for Tyler Carroll for the Mounties. Out in front, a pop shot for Murphy. Went off of a bunch of traffic. Didn't even get through to Connor Murray in net. Murphy. Carried by Nate Murray for the Mounties. Buchanan wraps that one around the backside boards. Getting stood up was Tyler Carroll as Farrell decided to have a little bit of a word with him. And they dump it back into the corner again. Carroll mishandled. Carroll and Farrell collide with each other going down. Nothing doing there, just a hockey collision. Off of the backside boards as it comes back out once again. That's Sean Farrell in the 24. On the opposite side of the blue line, puck's going to bounce a little bit around right now. A lot of snow on the ice as they'll resurface in about 6 minutes, but you get through a period plus and you get plenty of shaved ice. That also helps sometimes create a little bit of a friction surface. The puck slows down, hence why we get a lot of waved off icing calls as well. That one, however, it deflected, so it was going to get waved off. And Joe picks that one up along the backside. Sideboards in front of the Mount bench. Murphy tries to push that one. Only back as far as the blue line. Smolin trying to push forward, was looking there for Slack. Off of Slack for Dumas, and then it gets kicked all the way back down. Luke Smolin dispossessed by the 3 of Rodriguez. As everyone ties up, and Smolin kicks that one all the way around for Slack. Slack all the way down, that puck bouncing around on its edge, and we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage of play this time. As Potter touched and Max Rusev right on top. And we're going to get a penalty for cross-checking on Stevie Rodriguez. And Mount's going to get a power play. So first power play of the day for the Mounties. 4:59 left to go here in the second period. Lombari. Smolin. Cycle it across. Looking for Lawrence. Calling for it was Lombari, and he sends it down into the corner. Souza. Lombari from the point. Sends that one back for Souza in the corner. Souza came right in front, and Smolin was right there and almost punched it. Smolin, Lawrence trying to pop one up. Couldn't get that one to go. May have actually hit Farrell. Actually, both Farrells in front as that one clicks off. Comes back outside of the zone. Luke Smolin will recollect that one. Dumps it along the boards. Behind the net, whistle stoppage of play, and the net off of its mooring. We'll get a face-off down to the right side of Fayad. 105 remaining on the advantage. 4:06 left to go here in the second period. Today's second period on Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Joseph Lamy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlamy.com for more information, and by rreliterecruits.com with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. Be seen by being a part of rreliterecruits.com today. Colton Lawrence trying to push this one in the corner. Lombari back up top. Peels it off of the sideboards. Slots one across for Smolin. Back for Lombari. Trying to gain zone space. Got that one across. Lawrence, and it's off of Fayad's helmet. Stayed in play. 31 seconds remaining in the advantage. Lombari. Smolin again. Smolin through traffic in the center. Got that one onto the stick of the 9 of the other Smolin, Kyle Smolin. Kyle Smolin. In front, Souza could have hit that one, and he ended up having it go underneath his stick. Lawrence. Lombari from distance. That one got a piece of LaPrade and deflected around. Penalty is expired. Back to 5 aside. It's underneath Fayad as they continue to poke at it, and we'll finally get a stoppage of play. Three games on Fans Only Sports Network Friday as Warwick Co-op take on the Prague Crusaders, 1 p.m. Eastern time from Schneider Arena. Burrillville and Hendricken from Levy Ice Rink in Burrillville at 8 p.m. And Smithfield LaSalle in the rivalry game from Smithfield Municipal Ice Rink, 8 p.m. Eastern time. You can catch all those games right here on fansonlysports.com. In the corner for Rusev. Braden Slack. Rusev and Slack continue to battle for that one. Down there within Joe. And the 10 of Burnett. 2 and change left to go here in the second period. This one's going to pop up, and we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage of play. We're offside. Baxter against the 18 of Patrick Poisson. Staples. Sorry, my apologies. It is the 9 of Potter. I don't know why I thought I was seeing 5 for a second. As that one's going to come all the way down. And an icing will stop play. Face-off will come to Murray's left. 2 left to go. One by Mount as that one gets pushed around. Buchanan looking to try to get it out of the zone. Got a little bit of help from Carroll. Dumped all the way back down again. Buchanan pinned on the boards. This one will be peeled out by Lombari. Gets that forward for Lawrence. Lawrence got ran into by Rodriguez. Slotted one across for Smolin, and it's checked away by LaPrade. Through the neutral zone, Rodriguez. Rodriguez looks, holds, fires off of the blocker pad of Murray. Still behind the net. Controlled as they try to slide one across, and a score. A wraparound from Rodriguez. Sorry, a wraparound from Murphy hit Rodriguez. And the Broncos have the 2-0 lead. So Ethan Murphy will get the assist on Stevie Rodriguez's goal. And with 1 change left to go here in the second, Broncos putting themselves on the advantage 2-1. As the puck pops out of play, and we'll get a face-off down in the Broncos zone. Can the Mounties answer before the end of the period? Last minute of play here in the second period of play. Smolin has it, bounces over top of his stick. Picked up by Murphy. Murphy headed the other way. Drops one back, kick, save off of the blade. As Burnett fired that one on net. Dumas. Off of Rusov. And down into the Broncos zone, as that one was flicked by Rusov right back. Dumas standing in front. Comes all the way down. Murray's going to stamp on it, and we're going to get a stoppage of play. 24 seconds remaining. As a little extracurricular activities occur after the play, some chirping going on, and they push everybody away. Face-off won by the Mounties. Colton Lawrence. Oh, right on loose puck. And then they finally whistle and stop play. Lawrence pushing the envelope on a coast-to-coast. 16 seconds. Draw play opportunity for the Mounties. They get it. Lombari, Smolin back right in front. Lawrence couldn't get that one. 5 seconds to go. Lawrence fires one. Still loose puck. Still. And now they're going to say he's got it with 3 seconds left on the clock. Now you really got a draw play. This is drop back shot in 2 hits. Off the sideboards, it will get pinned by Carey, and the whistle, by the 23 of Jack Farrell. And the horn will sound. Harrison Dumas in the first. Patrick Murphy, Stevie Rodriguez in the second. It is 2-1 Broncos after 2. We'll take the intermission break. You're watching Rhode Island High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
High kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First high kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First high kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First high kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First high kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First high kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First high kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected, no! Rebound! Score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
2-1 Burrillville Broncos after 2. Harrison Dumas got his first career high school goal back in the first period and had Mount on a 1-0 lead. Burrillville 2 in the second from Patrick Murphy and Stevie Rodriguez. And the Broncos have the 2-1 lead after 2 as we welcome you back in the broadcast here on Fans Only Sports Network. Thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. Today's game on Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. Where athletes are going to play at the next level will be seen by being a part of rreliterecruits.com. Our last regular season broadcast of 2022 from Adelard Arena. We will see you plenty of times after the New Year's. Though there is also the Mount Holiday Classic to come next week. More information on that coming very soon. Just 4 games left in the regular season schedule on Fans Only Sports Network before we hit the holiday break. Some Christmas Classic tournaments to come, and then we will be back for the race to the playoffs, the race to March. As Lawrence will get that face-off to start things off here in the third period of action. As we thank you all for tuning in today, Connor Souza on the backside boards as it comes out for Smolin. Lawrence pops that one all the way down. Hits off of the backside boards behind Fayad. Kept in the zone by Smolin. Lombari off the side, and Fayad got that blocker pad onto that one. And this one is going to go up in to the netting, and they stop it to play. Very, very close. Very, very, very close. Hidden shots on goal. 20 for Burrillville Broncos, 18 for the Mounties. Carroll deflected by the 16 of Braden Slack, and Fayad had to kick that one away. Past Dumas. And a whistle. Came too far back in the neutral zone, and that one will get sent the opposite direction instead. Losing an edge as he went down is Patrick Murphy, one of the 2 goal scorers for the Broncos, as he hits a slide away pass and got it into the corner for Fournette. Popped back up at the blue line. Lawrence, Colton Lawrence takes that one down. Lawrence 1-on-1 as he battles against the 11 of LaPrade. Gets run into the boards on the backside. No call from the referees. Puck came back out from Fournette. Fournette sends that one in, and it may have been actually pushed by Murphy at the final moment, and they whistle a stoppage of play as Murray slid all the way out inside of the circle to stop that one. Kicked back past the Burrillville defense. Reverse draw play for Mount. They tried to see if they could break open the backside line. That one came right back out in front. Shot, score! Murphy had a first attempt at kick back, lands on the stick of Nick Carey. And Nick Carey has a goal. It's 3-1 Broncos, and Matt Merton on the opposite side on the Mount bench, a little incensed at the referees, I think, as he was pointing down to the boards area behind the Broncos net, probably referencing to the Colton Lawrence hit that didn't get called. Nick Carey, the goal. Ethan Murphy will get the assist. And it's 3-1 Broncos. Bouncing puck right in front. Lombardi tried to spin that one. Lawrence to the corner as they battle against the 10 of Fournette. Popped back for Smolin. Smolin sends it into the corner. Lombardi back to Smolin again. This one pops over top of his stick. Taken away by Jack Farrell. Farrell sends it all the way down. Luke Smolin. And it's down into the backboards. Burrillville takes this one away. Tyler Carroll stopped it. Puck sat up. Carroll's able to bring it into the offensive zone. Carroll and Rodriguez collide. Nothing called there. Continuing along the boards, wraparound attempt, and that one gets stuffed as Braden Slack tried to stick one on the post. Smolin right in front and stopped by Fayad. Chances for the Mounties. Michael Fayad showing why he became the number one net man this year for the Broncos. Dumas right in front, and a putback as well from Braden Slack, and they couldn't get either one to go. Long distance, oh my goodness! Cameron Potter doinks it for bar down, and it's 4-1 Broncos. What a goal. That one will end up on Instagram later. Might very well be our goal of the game. Cam Potter just rifled that one. A step inside the blue line. I think the back of his skate blade may have been on the blue line. LeProd's going to get the assist on the goal from Potter. And it's 4-1 Broncos. This game has opened itself up in favor of Burrillville since the end of the first period. It was 1-0 Mount at the end of one. It's been 4 unanswered goals by the Broncos, and that's another one. No! Murray got it on the shot from Patrick Murphy. Face off to come down to the left side of Murray. Horseshoes around the back side. Max Rusov trying to get it out of the zone. Kicks to the opposite side for Buchanan. Buchanan up through the neutral zone. Stopped by Rodriguez. That'll get turned around for the 9 of Potter. Buchanan Buchanan got in a little bit of a tie-up with his own teammate, Braden Slack. And the puck goes all the way down off of the glass, hit a stanchion. So it took a weird bounce right across the blue line rather than coming out on a deflection point. Stopped right at the Mount bench area. Pushed forward. For the 11 of LaPrade, bouncing puck, Carroll in the zone. That one's going to get called for icing anyway. $10-12 left to go. That's way upstairs. Heads up as that one hit the back wall of the arena. No side netting here at Adelard, just around along the back sides. Hard shot on the draw as Smolin tried to get that one. Went past Fayad. Comes all the way down for Luke Smolin. Luke Smolin wrapping around the backside boards. He's bothered and then run into the boards by Farrell. Puck came all the way up through the neutral zone for Lawrence. Lombari right past the edge of the post and then getting shoved down to the ice. On the opposite side was Kyle Smolin, no call. Connor Souza taking matters into his own hands, dumps down a Broncos player, and the Broncos fans wanting a power play on their side. But if you're not going to call one thing one way, don't call it the other way. Buchanan from point. That one may have hit body. It did in Nathan Joe. And he will cycle that one around back out into the neutral zone. Patrick Poisson in front of Murray, and it stood there, and Perillo almost on the doorstep as Murray was able to just blocker pad that one out. Across the open mouth of the net again, Perillo once again standing on the doorstep. And offside called as it popped up off the body of Bryce Baxter in front of Will Link. Today's game on Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Joseph Lamey, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlamey.com for more information. And by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com today. This one cycles all the way back down for the 25 of Tyler Carroll. Carroll tried to get that one forward for Baxter. Instead, it's LaPrade all the way back down. But offside would have been called. Delayed offsides. Now we're going to get the whistle. And a face-off will come all the way down inside of the Burrillville zone. Souza hit that one right into the face of Fournette. And Ryan Fournette comes limping off the ice. Lawrence overlaps Lombari. Back for Lombari. Fires one, and it's right into the body of Benjo. And he will send it all the way down, icing in a stoppage of play. High school boys basketball action on Fans Only Sports Network tonight. Cranston East Thunderbolts against the East Greenwich Avengers. Tip-off 7 p.m. Eastern Time from Cranston High School East. You can catch all that action right here on fansonlysports.com. Hard shot from Kyle Smolin right off of the faceoff. And again, blocked down by Fayad. Carroll keeps that one in the zone. Smolin, Wambari popped up, came back for Lawrence off the backside boards. Where is it? It's popped out in front of the net again. And Smolin had an opportunity. And it goes all the way down for an icing and a stoppage of play. That was a ping-ponging puck. All throughout the area right in front of the net. Just shy of being over halfway gone by here in this third period of play. As the Broncos have stretched their lead to 4-1, here's an opportunity that comes right across the mouth of the goal. Taken away instead by Dumas. Harrison Dumas cycles through. Puck popped up over top of his stick. Puck starting to bounce a lot on this ice through the second period of play. Farrell. For the four of Murphy after Farrell. Carey will drop that one in, dump and chase. Burrillville's going to go for a line change, 6.5. Carroll looping back around for Slack. That one gets bumped back in. And a face-off to come after it was just pushed by LaPrade. Face-off won by the Mounties. Smolin for Lawrence. Delayed offsides as Burrillville tried to kick that one back into the zone. Negated as they exited everyone. Mount touched and we're back off. That's offside again, and that one will be touched by Lombari. Burrillville will exit everybody from the zone. Mount will try to go through this one again. Lombari shoved into the boards right in front of the Mount bench. Penalty is going to get called without question. And is there a conversation? There is a conversation from the referees. This one looked clearly like it could have been from behind. Colton Lawrence goes over there to have a chat. Is it going to be 2 or is it going to be 5? It's 5 minutes for boarding to the 20 of Ryan Stone. And Mount is going to have power play for virtually the remainder of this game. And it's a major penalty, so they score, and it's not going to release as Mount is going to take a timeout. 5:52 left to go. A 5-minute major penalty for boarding to Ryan Stone on the board. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back. You're watching Rhode Island High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network. .552 left to go here in regulation. Ryan Stone in the box, 5 minutes for boarding. It's a major penalty. So Mount will have 5 on 4. And it's not releasable regardless of how many times they score. Trail by 3. 4 unanswered goals by the Broncos. Lawrence, got to keep it in the zone. They do. For Lombari, back at the point. Smolin. Lawrence on the opposite side corner. Lawrence once again. Smolin right in front. And Lawrence couldn't get his stick to it. Down the corner again. Souza. Lombari, it scoots past him and comes all the way down. Smolin will chase this one back behind his own net. Colton Lawrence brings it out through the neutral zone. Lawrence with a little bit of steam to him. Lawrence takes a shot. Fayad has the save. .47 seconds off. Lawrence carries that one through the corner. Colton Lawrence going for the wraparound. Needed a little pass opened up in the slot. Couldn't get it from Souza. Smolin in the corner. Smolin is getting bothered all over the place by LaPrade. Dropped back for Lombari. Scoots past the other Smolin. And he'll pick that one up from the corner. Lawrence dishes left, dishes right. Fired one up, and it's kicked away once again by Fayad. Smolin gets shoved into the boards there by the 4 of Ethan Murphy. Lawrence past Smolin off of the side boards, comes all the way down. Lombari pushes Murphy off to get the puck back. 3:15 remaining in the advantage. 4 left to go here in the game. For Lawrence, Kyle Smolin kicks off of the side boards all the way down. Carroll couldn't keep it in. He has to chase it. Tyler Carroll picks it up with Harrison Dumas. Scoots past Slack, and it's taken over instead. Shot wide. Came off of the stick of the 10 of Fournette. Back in again, and a delayed offside called, and a player is down for Burrillville back at the line. Can't see a number. To see who it is right now. Training staff is out to attend to the player. We'll take a commercial break. You're watching Rhode Island High School hockey on Fans Only Sports Network. Oh, no. Well, we'll keep it right here, as actually it's the 23 of Jack Farrell, and he is being helped up by a couple of his teammates. As Farrell walks down the tunnelway with the training staff in tow. .332, 2:42 on the power play. Slack. Cross-eyes pass, Carroll. Carroll off of the side boards. Tyler Carroll, nifty little move. Carroll back in attempt, Fayad, take that one away. Second attempt on the doorstep was Nate Murray. All the way down. Carroll behind his own net. Came back out. Murphy, Rodriguez, and Dumas has to end up picking that one up. Slack through the neutral zone. Slack fired one just up over top of the crossbar. Hits the glass and comes back down. Max Rusov taps through. Rusov in front after the pass from Slack. Could not get that one to go, and it will carry him all the way down the ice. 1:43 remaining in the advantage. 2.5 left to go here in the third period. 2.5 left to go in regulation. Getting pressured on the back side is Smolin from the 10 of Fournette. Smolin over skated and dropped the puck behind himself. Is going to get a little help from Colton Lawrence for a shield. Lawrence is going to try to bring this one up. Lawrence bothered by Patrick Murphy. Murphy and Lawrence collide, and then the 10 of Fournette comes in to help kick that one off. 1:05 left to go in the advantage. Inside of 2 here in regulation. As this one cycles all the way down once again. Smolin will chase it behind his own net. For Kyle Smolin. Kyle Smolin counters Souza. That one right past the edge of the post. Backtracked. Tied up in the middle is Souza as that one was dispossessed by Nick Carey for the Broncos. For Nathan Joe. Joe pinned along the board. Souza and Dumas pinned there. Coming in is the 22 Carey to try to help out. Smolin had it. Puck pops free off of the helmet of Lombardi. Came all the way through and had to get kicked away by Fayad. Final 10 seconds of the power play. 1 minute approaching left to go here in the game. As the Burrillville Broncos are going to burn off this 5-minute major penalty, that the entirety of it. They have pulled Connor Murray from net. They're going to go 6-on-5 in the final 45. Here's an open opportunity. Rodriguez off the post. We'll cycle back around for Patrick Murphy, pinned on the boards. Kicked out by Lawrence from long distance. Rodriguez, and that one got missed. May have been deflected up over top. And they'll have to put a goaltender back in net. Connor Murray comes back out. The face-off down to his left, 30 seconds to go. Through the neutral zone, Murray carries it himself along the side boards. Murray ran into on the backside boards, tried to drop one in front. Nobody there. Pops all the way back out. Center shot opportunity off of the post. And that one came from the 7 of Will Link. And a whistle and a stoppage of play as Fayad snares one. Souza right in front. Or my apologies, it's actually the 7 of Link. Six seconds to go. And Joe flicks that one all the way back for Carroll. Carroll fires one, and Farrell catches it. The horn sounds, and the Broncos will take the victory. Harrison Dumas got the first goal. And Mount was off to a 1-0 lead after one. Burrillville 4 unanswered goals. And they walk away with a 4-1 win. That'll do it for us here from Adelaide Arena. We thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, as the LaSalle Rams take on St. John's Prep from Danvers, Massachusetts. The game right here on Fans Only Sports Network. Until then, from Matt Jones, all of us at Fans Only Sports, have a great night.
Wow.